The story begins in 1872, not with whiskey, but with cotton manufacturing. Hanbo Shuzo was established as a textile company, but their ambitions soon grew. Over the years, they diversified their business, venturing into the production of other Japanese spirits like shochu and synthetic sake. The path to whiskey, however, was marked by hardship. In 1945, the Kagoshima office and the Tsunuki factory were heavily damaged by bombing. But the spirit of innovation was not extinguished. The Tsunuki factory was rebuilt in 1947, and just 2 years later in 1949, they began producing whiskey right there in Tsunuki. The next major chapter opened in 1960. A new facility was built, what is now known as the Mars Yamanashi Winery, which is where whiskey production was moved. Under the guidance of their consultant, Kiichiro Iwai, they began producing their first malt whiskies using distilling facilities that he himself has designed. Fast forward to 1985, and a new era dawned with the construction of the Mars Shinshu Distillery. Situated in the pristine natural environment of Nagano Prefecture, this was a dedicated facility for their whiskey production. However, the late 20th century saw a decline in the popularity of whiskey. Facing this challenging market, Hanbo Shuzo made a difficult decision. In 1992, whiskey production at the Mars Shinshu Distillery was stopped. Yet, they never gave up on their whiskey. They continued to age the whiskey that were already distilled, nurturing them for a future that was still uncertain. That faith paid off. In 1995, even with production on hold, they released their first single malt whiskey, Malt Aged KOMAGATAKE 10 Years. This was a testament to their long-term vision and commitment. The resurrection came in 2011 when whiskey production at the distillery finally resumed. The spirit of Mars whiskey was once again flowing. The distillery continued to evolve, with its distilling facility being renewed in 2014 to meet new demands. The story expanded in 2016, a year of significant growth. An aging cellar was built in Yakushima. In the Mars Tsunuki Distillery, a new production base was established. This created a powerful dual distillery system, allowing for new expressions and styles. In 2020, the Mars Shinshu Distillery underwent a huge renewal, completely overhauling its facilities to increase capacity and quality. And finally, in 2024, to unify the brand and reflect this identity, the distillery was officially renamed from Mars Shinshu Distillery to Mars KOMAGATAKE Distillery. Hi there, welcome to Whisky. My name is Yuma. This channel mainly focuses on Japanese whiskeys, introducing taste, stories, and relating information from a Japanese perspective. Today, as you have seen in the opening video, I'll be talking about a bottle from the KOMAGATAKE brand, the KOMAGATAKE Single Malt Japanese Whiskey. This bottle just came out in September, and it is their regular lineup. I'll be going through its basic info and share the taste. Now let's dive into it. This bottle was just released on September 10th, and it is their first regular lineup, which will be available throughout the year. Up until now, the KOMAGATAKE brand was mainly available as an annual limited edition, but 14 years since they restarted distilling whiskey, they finally managed to release a regular bottle. The bottle design features a mountain of the Central Alps, and the label design describes the nature around the foot of the Japanese Alps in a Japanese pattern. The light blue resembles the cool fresh air and the snow melt water, and the dark green capsule resembles the woods. This whiskey comes in a 700ml bottle at 45% ABV with no age statements. They use whiskey that was aged in several casks including bourbon, sherry, port wine, and wine. The price is 7,920 Japanese yen. Just like other whiskeys from other shochu makers, I often see KOMAGATAKE at local liquor shops where they sell sake and shochu. There is also a good chance that you can find this bottle at a major department store. If you are visiting Japan, visiting the department store might be easier as you can find one at major train stations. Now let's try it out and see how it tastes. Now, let's taste this whiskey. As always, since highball is a major way to drink whiskey in Japan, I'll first drink it neat and then drink it as a highball. Check out my other video which talks about the whiskey drinking culture in Japan. Let me open the bottle and pour some into the glass. The color is dark gold and I can already feel the richness of it. I can feel some apple kind of smell and some kind of a tea nuance. So I feel this as more like a apple tea. I also can feel some persimmon, and I feel that this is a perfect whiskey for autumn season. Overall, the smell is very fruity and I'm already excited to taste it. Itadakimasu. The first impression is very sweet. I can also feel the bourbon characteristics, kind of like a cream, vanilla kind of feeling. And the apple nuance that I felt in the smell also comes in the taste. I also feel some nutty nuance. And this is something I felt from the smell, but the richness and the flavor is also here, which is very satisfying. Very good, I like it. Now, let's try it as a highball. Here, I have the KOMAGATAKE single malt as a highball. Let me smell it. Yeah, so the smell is very smooth and it's also very refreshing, just like the air from the Japan Alps. Now let me taste it. The taste is very rich. The flavor comes into your mouth and it just coats your tongue. Yeah, the flavor is very thick. I feel some apple. I also feel persimmon, which I felt in smell. I also feel some wine kind of feeling. I think this comes from the casks that they're using to age this whiskey. Some bitterness in the aftertaste as well. But overall, I feel that this highball is very rich in taste, very flavorful. So drinking this whiskey in two ways, I feel that drinking it neat is much more preferable, as you can feel the rich flavor, rich taste, and you can feel that this whiskey is perfect for autumn season. It's very sweet, it's very fruity, and the thickness of this flavor is very satisfying. So today, I have introduced you the KOMAGATAKE single malt Japanese whiskey, going through its story, basic info, and the taste. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the history behind this single drop. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give a like, leave a comment down below, and also subscribe. Hope to see you next time. Bye.